And I personally find it offensive that we are accusing the United States military, our general officers, our commissioned, non-commissioned officers, of being, quote, woke.
That was General Mark Milley during his heated testimony last week about the military going woke. General Milley believes critical race theory should be taught in the military and wants to learn about it more. But do these things really have a place in the U.S. military? Should the military go woke? I certainly don't think so. But let's ask someone else. Joining us now, Florida Congressman and U.S. Army veteran Brian Mast. Congressman, thank you for your service, first and foremost. So tell us about this new push by the military, or at least by Milley, to find out, I think at one point he said, I want to explore white anger, I believe white rage, I believe that's what it was.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. And I'm not surprised in this way, right? You have unified government under Democrats. And you look at the military climate and you can look at it and you can say, this is everything that the left hates and wants to get rid of. Number one, the military is first and foremost, it's a gun culture. You're evaluated on your proficiency in shooting. If you don't think they hate that, they despise that. Number two, it's always been a place that's best man, best woman for the job. Doesn't matter any minority status that you can reach. Or, you know, when you talk about wokeness, they want to talk about an institutional injustice that's going on. That doesn't exist in the military. It's best person for the job. They don't like to see that happening. Beyond that, it's this traditional place of strength and toughness, which they absolutely despise. They would call it toxic masculinity. So, of course, they're trying to take this, put a label on it that says, listen, it's white rage or it's this, because they want to fundamentally get rid of that. It's the last place in our government that you have true best person for the job. And they don't want to see that.
You know what else doesn't want to see? They don't want the threats, the real threats to U.S. national security. I'm thinking Russia. I'm thinking China, who wants to be the world's superpower in everything, finance, but certainly military as well. I'm thinking North Korea. I'm also thinking the mullahs in Iran. I think they all are thrilled with Milley. Can we pull up that soundbite control of Milley talking about white rage? Take a listen to this.
I want to understand white rage, and I'm white, and I want to understand it. So what is it that caused thousands of people to assault this building and try to overturn the Constitution of the United States of America?
Where's he going with this, Congressman?
Look, they want to believe that fundamentally, or rather want to instill that fundamentally there are white people that believe this, and that there are black people that believe this, and there are Hispanic people that believe this. They want to put us in our buckets, and they want to use that as a political tool.
Allow me.
And now they're using the military to do it.
There's my question. I know the left wants to do that. It's a common, Saul Alinsky said divide and conquer. I know the left wants to do that as well. But the military, it felt like it's always been more of a, I don't know, they were on our side, the conservative side. We backed them. It always felt conservative. Milley sounds like a flaming liberal right there.
But that's exactly why the military is the battleground, because they know that it is a place that that attracts conservative ideology based upon the way that you're supposed to function in the military as a functioning unit that can go out there and defend our country. You have to be strong. You have to be tough. You have to be able to shoot. You have to be able to take orders. You have to be able to work with people from every single background, no matter how many pennies you have in your pocket, whether you went to a prestigious institution or barely got a GED. You have to be able to work with everybody under the most austere possible conditions in order to get the job done. No excuses whatsoever. That is what they despise. And that's why they have to put this label on it, that there's something going on wrong there, that we haven't been able to conduct military operations in an incredible way for the last 20 years. And try to bring our men and women home in the best possible way, never leaving one of our men behind, but try to layer something on that something's been going wrong. And that's not the truth.
Well, very, very quickly before we go, pull up the full screen of President Trump's comments about this exact topic. General Milley ought to resign and be replaced with someone who's actually willing to defend our military from the leftist radicals who hate our country and our flag. Final thought, about 30 seconds, sir.
Listen, our men and women, they go out there and they lay it all on the line. Wokeness needs to be the last thing that they worry about. It's got to be training. It's got to be functionality. It's got to be creating that environment and maintaining that environment that if you go out there and you do everything for your country, you're going to be considered that best person for the job. And we can't remove that. We can't take that out of the military. That's my final thought on this. They're going to destroy it if they do it.
Military veteran and Congressman Brian Mast of Florida, thank you so much.
All the best.